Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Kimberly and here on my channel we talk about all things beauty. We talk about makeup, skincare, perfume, and hair. And particularly my favorite makeup is eyeshadow. So today we have a wonderful palette by LadyBug Glow called Floresta Inverno. This is a relaunch of their brand. This is a recently revealed palette, and I did receive this beautiful palette in PR. So thank you so much to LadyBug Glow, as well as Gourmand Girls Cosmetics for sending this over to me. As you can see, this is a beautiful purpley themed palette. So we have a lot of lighter purples here, darker purples. We have a blue, brown, and some beautiful multi-chrome shimmers. I'm going to start by swatching a few of the shimmers for you so we can see what colors or options we have. So the first one that I'm going to show is Flora. Look at this. Oh, so pretty. So I'm going to swatch it here on the back of my hand. Oh, that is gorgeous. Let me share that out so you can see the shifts in the purple to green. So you can see the shifts here, the purple to green. Oh, it's so pretty. Next, we're going to do aluminum, which is this goldy purple shade. And we'll swatch it right next to it. Look at that. Oh, trying to catch. It is so pretty. I don't know if it comes up really on camera, but I can really see the shift of the gold to the purple, particularly in person. So pretty. Next, we have Floresta, which is this beautiful, multi-dimensional shimmer. So we'll swatch it right here. Ooh. And when I put it on, I actually see more of the purples and specks of orange with a little bit of pink in there. It's really pretty. And then finally, we have our friend Frosty. And since it is snowing outside of my window right now, it's a perfect name for what's going on here today. This looks like a multi-chrome with pink, green colors to it. And look at that. Oh my goodness, look how pretty that is. Oh, I can see the pink, flecks of white, green. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. So here you can see it. You see how it flicks? You see blue and purple. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, I love that. So yeah, I see pink, purple, and blue in this beautiful multi-chrome. Look how pigmented that is. These are all the 4 shimmers swatched on my hand. Look at Floresta, that last one. Oh, that purple with the blue. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Okay, they're all so pretty. So that's going to help us figure out which ones we're going to use today. So I think I need to get Frosty, that last one I swatched for you that has the purples and the blues in it. That one I need. That one has to be used today. So we're going to use, I think the shade right here in the crease, Sylvia. And then we're going to have that deepened out a little bit here by the shade Mullenberry in the outer quarter. And then we're going to kind of put a little of Wisteria here, this light purple, and under the brow. And of course, we're going to put our friend Frosty on the lid. So very excited. Okay, so we'll get started there. Wipe off these shimmers. So I hope you all are doing well today. Like I said, it's snowing here in Virginia again. Never really lost all the snow from last week, but we finally did get mail for only the second time in a week and a half. And of course, these wonderful palettes that were sent to me from LadyBug Glow showed up. So literally as soon as they got here, I said, I need to make a look with this. So here we are. So here we're going to start with the first shade here in the crease. And I told you that is going to be Salvia. So I'm just putting this in the crease here and kind of buffing it in. This is so pigmented. Look how pigmented this is. Oh, this is so good. Oh, always. And the color story here, LadyBug Glow, did such a beautiful job with the colors that she picked. I'm really enjoying the color selection, but the pigmentation and quality is all that I would expect and I'm used to. And this is absolutely beautiful. And I expect nothing less when Go On Girls is also on the scene, kind of helping out with this palette. So look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. So I hope the weather's doing better where you are. I like snow. Snow is nice. I'm from North Carolina originally, so not used to getting a whole lot of snow. And I've been in Virginia now for the last about 5 years, and I will say this is definitely the most snow I've seen. I've been here. It's pretty, but when you start having ice with it, that's when it's not so much my favorite. I could live without that, that's for sure. So I'm just blending this throughout my crease till I get what I like, and I'll probably end up going back in, but that's, to me, a very good start. So next, I'm going to use my Singe Beauty EO6 brush, and we are gonna go into the shade Mulberry. So that's this deep purple here. So pretty. I love a deep purple. Love a deep purple shadow. And we're just gonna put this in here in the outer crease. Just like this. Kind of take it over a little bit because I just want to add some depth to the outer V area, going in just a little bit there, you can see. And then we'll obviously do the same thing here on the other eye. And I really like how these mattes are performing. They're blending very well together. I love the pigmentation. It's so nice that you can put a lighter hand if you want to. Obviously, I'm a girly who likes a lot of pigment in my shadows, so it's nice to not have to work overly much to get the depth that I want. So very happy with that. So kind of put that there, and then you can always go back in. So I'm going back in, no extra product on my brush. And going back and diffusing a little bit more of that Salvia shade. So I'm diffusing more of that Salvia shade. No additional product on my brush. Just kind of to blend it into that Mulberry shade. Do the same thing on the other side. Until I get the blend the way I like it to be. So if you were watching my last video, I talked about trying to get my other package from the UPS driver. Well, today was trying to get my packages, including this one, from USPS. So got an alert that this package and a couple other ones were out for delivery, but some of the mail that had been held before was not noted to be out. So there was a concern that they would not deliver all of my packages today. So I went on a pilgrimage to try to find my other package. So first, having a little bit of sense, I did call the post office to try to get an ETA on my mail. Okay, so now I'm going to go into one of my Glaminatrix brushes. I'm sorry, it's too small for me to read. I think it reads EO7. I think this is Glaminatrix EO7. And I'm going to go into the shade Wisteria right here. So I tried to get an ETA, like I said, for my packages, and I couldn't. So I called the post office and they said, well, they may not be able to deliver today because obviously it's still snowing now and the ice had not melted completely from the previous ice storm. So I was like, okay. So they said, well, you can always just go to the post office and try to get your package. I was like, all right. So my mom also wanted her mail. She lives near me, so I picked her up and said, okay, we're going to go and try to get our mail. So anyhow, I go and try to get the mail, and the postman says, Well, you have to have an appointment to get your mail. You need an appointment to get your mail? I said, well, when I called, they just told me I needed to come with my ID and I could just pick it up. You're like, no, you need to call and make an appointment, and here's the number. I was like, okay. So I tried to call the number. And of course, nobody answered. It kept beeping. It'd ring, 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 and then it would go to the beep, beep, like it was being disconnected. So I go back. I didn't leave the post office. So I go back inside and said, hey, I'm having trouble with the number. Can you help me out or tell me another number I need to go? So he's like, nope, you just need to keep calling that one. I was like, oh, okay. All right. So kept doing that probably about 7 or 8 times. That didn't work. So then I called the USPS number. And as you know, or can imagine, trying to get someone to talk to you, this is wisteria also on this side, trying to get someone to answer you is about a feat of all immaculate proportions. And you have to go through all these little sign-ins trying to get someone on the phone. Put in your address. Can you do a text message? Can you basically give us a piece of DNA, maybe some hair? Tell us what your firstborn's name is. All the things, just trying to get someone on the phone. So after giving them my information and, in my opinion, everything other than an actual piece of my DNA, I finally got somebody on the phone, and they told me, I don't understand why they told you that. You should be able to go pick up your packages. Okay. So he said, well, we'll just let them know you're looking for it, and we'll send a message to your local post office, and we'll see if they can get it delivered. I said, okay, fine. So then I get a message, because I had actually sent a request about trying to get the mail a couple days ago. And so as I'm leaving on my way home, I get an email which reads, oh, your mailbox has to have 20 feet of clearance for us to get to around your mailbox so we can get to it to put your mail in. So I'm like, okay. So I realized I probably only had about 4 or 5 feet of clearance. So I come home, I get my little plastic shovel that cost me $10 at Home Depot, and you can imagine the quality of my plastic shovel that costs $10 from Home Depot, trying to break through ice. And so my mother feels sorry for me, so she walks up the street with a shovel trying to help me. And mind you, I tried to tell my mom, please go back in the house. I don't need you falling. There's no reason for traction at these days and times, but she wanted to help. So she stayed out there. I was breaking up the ice with my shovel, and she was kind of scraping it, throwing it to the side with my old plastic shovel. So I had the big shovel, and she had her plastic plow thing, and she was trying to pull that up there. So, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that blend. So after we did that for about 45 minutes, we're outside, and lo and behold, the mail person actually pulls up. So I stopped shoveling and say, I'm standing here now. So I'm standing at the mailbox. So I said, we're not moving. So he comes and he basically says, oh, sorry about that. We had a covering mail person yesterday, so I don't know why they didn't deliver all your mail, but I have it here. It is. And I said, well, I was trying to clear the walkway. He's like, yeah, technically you have to do that, or we ask you to do that, but no problem. I'm sorry for all the inconvenience, and here are all your packages. So at least I was able to get all my packages, including this one. So I guess that's one thing. But I tell you, I am definitely over the snow. The snow can go. We had enough time with it. All right, so next we're going to put on some Shine On. And this is from Bad to the Brow and Cleona Cosmetics. And I just use this as a nice little glitter glue, which helps make my shadows last and usually minimizes creasing. Though I will say, in general, I don't have a big problem with creasing. So it'll just be good to have this as a little kind of safety thing. So we'll do that. So as mentioned, we are going to our friend Frosty. I mean, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. And I was going to put that on the lid. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, so I can see the flex here. It's doing pretty well. I'm not getting a lot of fallout. I usually like to use my fingers if possible to put on my shimmers. Oh, look at that. I just feel like it helps them apply, and also they're usually much brighter when I do that. So enjoy that very much. I think we're going to put that all over the lid. That's what we're going to do. Excellent. This friend deserves her own moment. We're going to put it all over the lid on this side. You can just see the shifts with it. Oh, this is so pretty. I don't know if it's coming on camera much, but I can definitely see the teal, pink, and purple shifts with that. Now I like to use a brush. I think I'm going to grab, or clean it off, an EO4 from Singe Beauty, and use that to kind of clean up a little around the edges. And then I'm going to use my EO6 Mulberry shade on the outer V, just to kind of blend between that shimmer and the matte, so they kind of flow into each other. Excellent. Oh, look at that. I don't know, y'all can see the shifts on camera. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up, and then I'll come back and show you the final look. So this is my final look with the Floresta Inverno palette by LadyBug Glow. On the inner corner, I put the Wisteria shade. Under the lash line in the mid area right around here, I put Salvia. And then on the outer on the outer part of the lower lash line, I put Mulberry. As far as my mascara, I use the Thrive Cosmetics mascara. I've been using this for a while. I really, really like it. It's probably my favorite mascara. As far as a liner, I put on the upper lash line. This is the one from Glam Light. They threw it in with the purchase I made probably, I would say 6 months ago. So this is the Calligrapher highlighter. Really pretty. So I put that there. On my lower lash line, I put the Victoria Beckham kohl liner, satin kohl liner in the color Fig. I love these. You'll see me use these all the time. These are my favorite liners. They last so well. They don't tug. They're very pigmented. So love these. On my lips, I have the Cosmic Beauty lip liner in the color Runway. This was one of the liners with their last collection they released. Love these. And on my lips, I wanted something with some purple, kind of green sparkle. I thought I would go a little with the shimmer. And I used from the Trap collection, the lip gloss in the shade Poe is one of my favorites. So definitely, if you're interested in this, I know Christina has some on the website. You could definitely pick some more of these up. So love that. That's on my lip today. So my final thoughts. I really like this eyeshadow palette. The mattes were very pigmented. They're easy to blend. The shimmer I used, Frosty, is very multi-dimensional. You can see it. I just love the shifts in it. So really enjoy this palette. I'm looking forward to doing more looks. I can definitely see using this palette. You can do some blue looks, well, purple looks. You can actually do this kind of purpley there, a little bit warmer. There's a brown, which I didn't get into yet, that I'm looking forward to using as well. And some of the shimmers are really beautiful as well. I will say that This one is a little on the thinner side, so if you want a more of a subtle look, this would be a good one to use, and that's the shade Aluminum. I will say that Frosty, I think, was the most pigmented out of all the ones I swatched, and I really enjoy that on the eye. Floresta, even though it has the orange flecks in it and green, I feel like mostly you're going to see more of the purple of it. I'll reflect it there. Yeah, mostly the purple is what I see when I look. So if that kind of goes purples and pinks, and that goes really well with the purple mattes that were selected with the palette. So if you really love the color story, highly would recommend getting it. It's a beautiful palette. I think the formula is absolutely fantastic. So congrats to LadyBug Glow on her relaunch of her brand. I think she did a wonderful job. I'm excited to see other things that she has in her collection. All right, so I also wanted to talk about this other palette, also from LadyBug Glow, and this is Grunge Resolution. This was in, I think it was the ice cream box this month. You also could pick it up on her Etsy shop or at her website. It's also available at Gourmand Girl's website as well. You can see there's some grungy greens, also some dark blues. There's a lighter violet lavender type shade here. Very beautiful lighter blue, kind of green matte. Very beautiful shower. So, and there's a beautiful green white shade. Look at that. That's gorgeous. So also available at the Gourmand Girls website, as well as at LadyBug Glow at her Etsy shop. I also sent this one in PR, so thank you so much for that. Happy to have added these two new beauties to my collection. So excited to have them. Cannot wait to make more looks with the Floresta Inverno. I can't wait to make some looks with Grudge Resolution. So those will be coming soon as well. If you're interested in either one of these palettes, or even both, please head over to LadyBug Glow's Etsy shop or the Gourmand Girls website. On either site, you can save 10% by using code Kimberly. If you do, thank you so much. If you guys grab these, definitely let me know in the comments. I'd love to see or hear what you think about them. And thank you again today for coming to my channel. I hope this finds you well. And I always like to remind you, enjoy your life. This is not a dress rehearsal. You're on stage, so make it the best performance ever. See you next time, guys.